Hello, this is Caravan RV Travel, and my name is Konstantin. Today I want to tell you about the differences between the European Hobby Prestige 720 UKFE trailer and the American Keystone Bullet 2900 BHS, as well as the pros and cons of using these trailers in severe winter frost. The problem was that a horizontal collector runs around the entire perimeter of the trailer. Wastewater from the shower, sink and kitchen sink flows into this horizontal collector. The water drains into the collector and then flows out into a canister somewhere around this area. I turned on the water, but it simply spilled outside because the ice in the horizontal collector blocked the drainage. Our trip was on the verge of being cancelled. What did we have to do in this trailer? Thankfully, the vertical collector was connected to the horizontal one with a flexible tube. We removed the tube, disconnecting the horizontal collector. As a result, the water started draining directly from 3 different points. The water drains as long as the faucet is open, so it doesn't have time to freeze. The downside is that you need to disconnect the horizontal collector at the beginning of winter and reconnect it at the end of winter, an extra bit of work, so to speak. Now let's see what the American trailer has to offer. This model of the American trailer features 2 gray water tanks. The European trailer doesn't have a gray water tank at all. The water drains directly outside. Sometimes a cassette is placed under the trailer to collect the water. In this case, there are simply 2 tanks where all the water is collected. These tanks are located in a heated compartment, and heating ducts from the trailer's heater are laid around them. The water drains from these tanks through outlets like this one. Here's one outlet which belongs to one of the tanks. In this particular trailer there are 2 gray water tanks. And here's the second outlet. While driving, these outlets are bound to get covered with a layer of ice. If the European trailer has a large collector, a huge pipe that's almost impossible to heat, the surface area that needs heating here is smaller. To open the outlet and remove the ice, you only need to do one simple thing, or rather buy one simple thing, a heating pad. You just pour boiling water from a kettle into it. There are also heating pads with an internal valve that, when snapped, heat up to 104 to 122 dU4F. Now imagine trying to thaw an entire collector running around the perimeter of a European trailer with heating pads. It would take a ridiculous number of them. Here, after driving for 2 or 3 hours in snowy weather, when an ice layer forms, all you need to do is apply the heating pad to the frozen spot. Just like this. The system will thaw within minutes. So, to fill the European trailer with water, we have to insert a hose inside. We simply drop the hose inside the trailer and pour water, because doing it from the outside is almost impossible. Now, I'm really excited to show you how water refilling works in an American trailer. Let's go. Let's say we arrive at a place with water access, for example, at a gas station. We connect the hose. Now, we need to attach this hose to the trailer. Let me show you how it's done in an American trailer. Take a look at this service hatch for the water fill compartment. The faucet connector is hidden in a heated compartment. Additionally, there are sturdy levers that allow you to open the hatch, no matter how frozen it is. Firstly, it's positioned higher than in its European counterpart. Secondly, even if everything is frozen, you simply pull it open, it opens in any weather. And the connector is located in a heated compartment where it never freezes. This design is specifically made for winter travel, a very smart solution. Next, let's talk about emptying the cassette toilet. In European trailers, the toilet cassette has a capacity of 20 liters. In American trailers, the black water tank holds 80 liters. To empty the cassette in a European trailer, you need to open this hatch, remove the cassette, carry it somewhere and pour it out. But since the cassette only holds 20 liters, you'll need to empty it quite often. If you have a large family, you'll need to do this at least once a day. During winter travel, this process becomes quite inconvenient because the hatch is often covered with ice and you have to find a way to get to it. The hatch freezes over, so you may need to use heating pads or other methods to thaw it before you can access the cassette. Now, let's see how this is designed in an American trailer. Let's go! I want to emphasize that I'm not trying to praise American trailers, I'm simply presenting the facts objectively. Take a look at this corrugated black water drain hose. Unlike the cassette toilet in European trailers, this is a large tank with a 120-liter capacity that collects black water. So if you stop at a campsite for 2 or 3 days, you can connect the corrugated hose to the sewer system, allowing all the black water to drain directly without staying in the tank. If you're parked at a well-equipped campsite, the water drains directly into the septic system beneath the trailer. We've found that winter outdoor use of the American trailer is much more convenient than that of the European one. Now let's take a look at the temperature comfort inside the trailer. We are currently inside the Hobby Prestige 720 UK FE. This is the largest hobby trailer, just like the American Keystone Bullet 2900 BHS we're comparing it to. Let's see how comfortable the temperature is here. The current temperature inside this trailer is 76.5 DU4F. However, the main point is not just the indoor temperature, but how well the trailer retains heat. You can raise the temperature to 140 DU4F in both American and European trailers. That's not difficult. The key question is how quickly the temperature drops and how much gas is consumed, because heating a small space may require only one gas cylinder, while a larger space might need 5. So the focus is on how fast the temperature is lost and how much fuel is consumed. Now the temperature is 6.5 DU4F. Let's check the temperature of the walls and the door. The door measures 67.3 DU4F. Though it's not the most reliable indicator since we frequently open and close the door. Now, let's measure the temperature of the wall, let's say, right here. The wall temperature is 67.6 DU4F, which is 2 DU4C lower than the indoor air temperature. See that? Let's check another wall inside the trailer. The indoor temperature is 75.2 DU4 and the wall temperature here is 71.2 DU4. Ideally, the air temperature and the wall temperature should be the same like in large brick houses, but keep in mind that we are inside a trailer. Now, let's measure a wall section that isn't directly exposed to the outside environment. As you can see, it's 72.3 DU4F. Now, the most interesting part, let's measure the window temperature. The window has double glazing. The window frame's temperature here is 64.8 DU4F. Let's check another window. This one is C64.6 DU4. Out of curiosity, let's compare that with the temperature of a plastic window in a regular residential home. Remember, the trailer's window was 64.6 DU4F and the indoor air temperature was C75.6 DU4F. Now, let's head to a typical residential home where the indoor temperature is approximately 75. We'll measure the window with a vacuum-sealed double-glazed unit. The window temperature is 67.8 DU4F. The closer the window temperature is to the room's air temperature, the better. So in the European trailer and the regular home window, the temperatures are roughly the same. Now, let's see the most interesting part, the American trailer. We're now inside the American trailer, measuring the same way. The indoor air temperature is 77.5 degree higher than in the European trailer. Let's check the wall temperatures inside the American trailer. Here it's 74.1 DU4F. Over here 73.4 D, and here 69.8. This is the slide-out section. The slide-out wall measures 72 DU4F, which is roughly the same as the rest of the trailer, just slightly lower. Now, let's check another section, it's 77 DU4F. Over here, it's 72.3 DU4F. And here, it's 71.1 DU4F. By the way, some people claim that slide-outs let in the cold. So let's take a measurement right where the slide-out connects to the main wall. 72.1 DU4F. Now, let's check another spot, 69.1 DU4F. Next, let's measure the windows. Unlike the European trailer, the windows here are single pane, which allows more cold air to pass through. Let's see the temperature, 57.7 DU4F. That's 5 DU4C lower than in the European trailer. But that's to be expected because the windows have only a single pane. Let's check another window, 58.1 DU4F, again 5 DU4C lower. So this is where the cold air comes in. This result is worse compared to the European trailer. Another window measures 56.1 DU4F, which is also 5 DU4C lower. We've now thoroughly examined the thermal performance of both the European and American trailers under identical conditions. When it comes to outdoor maintenance in extremely low temperatures, the American trailer is more comfortable to use. The only drawback of the American trailer is that its windows allow more cold air to pass through since they are single pane rather than double glazed. And now we'll show you how to overcome this single drawback. These windows are made with glass that doesn't fog up. In the US, you can buy special window films designed to improve insulation. They feel quite different from regular plastic wrap. They are transparent and have a very low thermal conductivity, which helps retain heat. When applied using special double-sided tape, these films are almost invisible and significantly improve heat retention. Now we're going to apply these films to all the windows. We've now applied the special window film. Previously, the window surface temperature was 57.2 DU4F, which was 5 DU4C lower than in the hobby trailer. This difference is due to the fact that American trailers use special glass designed to prevent condensation, which eliminates the need for double glazed windows like those in the hobby. However, this also means that the glass has higher thermal conductivity, allowing more cold air to pass through. To address this issue, they came up with this solution, applying insulating window film. Notice that the film is now applied. Unlike regular plastic wrap, this film is completely transparent and almost invisible. Since it was our first time applying it, the edges are a bit uneven. But that's not the main point. Let's check the current window temperatures. In the hobby trailer they were around 62.6. Now let's see how they measure here. 64.8 DU4F, 66.2 DU4F, 64.4 DU4F, 62.6 DU4F, and in this area 65.5 DU4. So with the film applied, the window temperatures are now much closer to those in the hobby trailer. As you can see, the American trailer's main drawback, the higher thermal conductivity of the window glass, has been resolved with the application of this film. In my opinion, this trailer now performs even better in winter conditions than Scandinavian trailers, which are specifically marketed as winter ready. Now I want to clarify a common misconception. We often receive calls from people saying, "I want a winter trailer." So I ask them, what do you expect from a winter trailer? The typical response is, I want it to maintain a temperature of 78.8 DU4F. This is one of the most common misunderstandings. The fact is, you can achieve a comfortable temperature in any trailer. What distinguishes a winter trailer from a non-winter one is the thickness of its walls, in other words, how well it retains heat. The key factor is how much gas you need to maintain a temperature of, say, 27 DU4F. For example, one trailer might require 4 gas cylinders to maintain 25 DU4C for 20 days. In another trailer, you might only need 2 gas cylinders to maintain a temperature of 25 DU4C, 77 DU4F. Both the hobby and the bullet trailers have heated floors. However, the floor heating in the hobby runs on electricity, meaning you need a 220-volt power supply. In any American trailer, there are ventilation openings in the floor that blow warm air through them. So, in the American trailer, the heated floor is created by warm air circulating through ducts that run along the floor, ensuring that the floor stays warm at all times. I'll never forget the time we stopped in Norway with a European trailer. The temperature outside was negative 22 DU4F, and we had no electricity for just one night. It was unbearable because the floor was so cold that walking on it was nearly impossible, even though the air temperature inside the trailer was a comfortable 77 DU4F. Since the floor is the only part that comes into direct contact with your body, the lack of floor heating made a huge difference. In the American trailer, however, the air ducts eliminate the need for a 220-volt power supply. Let's check the floor temperature. It's 73.4 DU4F. Now, let's measure the air vent. It's 80.6 DU4F. I'll leave the conclusions up to you. Caravan RV Travel is the company that organizes for its clients group travel on trailers and motorhomes to the USA, Europe, Asia and Georgia. To the beach in the summer, to the polar circle in the winter, to the fabulous forest in the fall, to the fishing in the spring, and all this with your own RV. As it said, wherever you park, that's your Hilton. Details on our website